Welcome back, everyone, once again to the Real Double Dose channel. This is your host, Alexis T, coming back to you straight from the heart where the talk is real and the vibe is always live. Thank you for tuning in, as always, because here, serving a slice of everyday life and then some is what we're all about. For any show requests, feedback, or anything under the sun, like we always have said and say, go to realdoubledosechannel.com. Check it out. That's what I said, realdoubledosechannel.com. You can also check out insights at realdoubledosechannel.blogspot.com. And I will just say, as an attention manner, it's being completely revamped. Angela has done some quirkiness. Thought she imported the original one we had for years, and as a lot of assembling to do still, but you still can see the wonderful guest experts and so much more. And it's a blog, it's time to go to www.realdoubledosechannel.com. I like the way that comes off. Can you tell? But if you don't know, you will know. You can check out a lot of our links, and you can find that mostly kind of spread out through our SoundCloud page for the things that we have, for the links that are out there. But that's Podchaser, Google Cast, Deezer, Stitcher, my bad, Diavon, I forgot how it's said. I think it's Giovanni. I can't pronounce it, but it's a wonderful platform that just introduced it to us, and as well as iTunes, iHeartRadio, TuneIn, Spreaker, and the whole works itself. I'm probably missing like 10, but my mind is not there. It's on exactly what I have to say. But yeah, check out some more if you want to be a part of what's going on with the S&M elevation, a spirit and mind elevation. The .com is official and has been official, and it will be rolling out, so you can enter it right now. I should say coming soon, but you can check out realdoubledosechannel.com just to get a little bit more personalized with your girl Lexus T, and as well as some wonderful things you can sign up for that are coming out, and some cool downloads to get your spirit and mind elevation tuning up until then. So let's dive into here, and if I'm missing anything else, you know what it is. You can always email us at Yandex, and that is Real Double Dose Channel at yandex.com, yandex.com. The links are there. We love you. Let's talk about our new episode right now. Now, I want to just say that the dialogue for this might not be as long as the other episodes, but that's not the point, because now, since the .com is officially has been launched and different things, a lot of you are going to be having more one-on-ones and group sessions to get that with the mentoring and elevation itself. So this is right now still, we've always looked to have the episodes more downloadable in the mind, not to have them super long. And the interview with the guest experts, of course, you have to have both sides speaking and the intuition and knowledge they have. But, I'm trying to make this short, sweet, simple, but you get the point. And if you don't, you still know how to hit us up for even more of that. But this is what the double doses is all about. For some time now, though, and I'm not going to say disappearance, because it's only been a few weeks, and those setbacks for setups were extraordinarily profound as to how they worked out. And I looked at some of the things going on with the people who always go in the way to say that they want to be. So hashtag this episode and this segment is hashtag the wannabes. Yes, I said it, hashtag the wannabes. I know that a lot of our wonderful audience comes from all over the world, literally, and different platforms you may feel more comfortable with. Some people feel better on Google Cast. Some people feel better on SoundCloud, iTunes, iHeart. It's all over the board. And now that we're going to more of a smorgasbord of having more outreach out there to TikTok and YouTube and stuff like that, it's a little bit better to kind of get this incremented so you can fit that into your session of life and tea. So right now you're thinking, okay, let's get to the goodies. What's hashtag the wannabes? Well, the wannabes work a lot of ways, as we always do, and that works along with ourselves as well. But let's get back to this. The wannabes are the people who want to be. Right? We're going to go with that first, because it'll bounce back to where we're going to end it off for now. The wannabes, and I've been itching for this to be happening, but someone, and I'm looking from a timeline of my life, whether it be the love of your life, the friends of your life, everyone is the love of my life, because I love all those deeper than they could ever fathom. And people could say, why? It's the same thing as the only one that has ever came to bless this world says, you love me because I loved you first. I didn't get that, but I understand. I'm capable. One of my superpowers is being able to exuberate and shine that love so deep within a person. It literally obliterates them into the next level of elevation or a deeper depth of contemplation, and some turn themselves into damnation on their own accord. Of course, that is. But let me just not sugarcoat what I'm not sugarcoating and making sure I'm not. Don't the wannabes comes to don't let anyone want to be anything. Okay. And I mean that from a perspective of saying, I want to be your best friend. I want to be the love of your life. I want to be your business partner. I want to be your co-worker. I want to be on your team. I want to be all these things, right? And when we hear that, oh, they want to be, do they need to be? Do they desire to be? And how deep is their being and why? We get so fixated and so caught up on the point of having someone step up and be that champion, that hero deep down inside we say we never look for, but yet we're seemingly always calling out once they even shine a light flickering in our faces. And it doesn't even say it's for us, but we just grab it and jump on it anyway. I want to be the love that comes in your path. I want to be the greatest foundation you ever saw. I want to be your best mechanic. Whatever it might be, you have to be careful and you have to make sure you weed them out. We had the episode a while back now, but hashtag weed them out. That's exactly what it is. And it doesn't mean pick them apart, but first we have to look at ourselves, right? I want to be the greatest person in the world. I want to be the next to Mother Teresa. I want to be the next Gordon Ramsay female version. I want to be all these things, but want to be is have to be or need to be. You see, you listen to the difference. I want to be the person that saves your life. No, I have to be the person that saves your life. I need to be the person that saves your life. Now let's dissect that just a little bit. I have to be that person either because you're qualified or because you feel the greatest power moving in you to have to be. I need to be means that's a necessity. That's a need. I need air. I don't want air. Right? I need to get to work. I don't want to get to work. I need to get to work so I can make money to pay my bills. Or I need for this to work out so I can make a way for my family. I need for this relationship to work because I can't see my life without you. Okay? Think about that. But first, we need to say it to ourselves. I want to be the greatest person in the world. I want to visualize. I want to have this. I want to have that. I want you to be. But are we needing to be that for ourselves? And I should be in the equation. And it should never be you need to be. You have to be, because that person can only desire from a standpoint of where they are, and their dedication and commitment is set to that level until they're ready to elevate to their own level for that chapter in your life. So what am I getting to here a little bit more? The dialogue has to be shifted. Seemingly, small, big, tall, whatever we look at, I have to be the greatest version of myself every day because no one's going to get me there but what I feel inside. I need to be these things so I can keep going and inspire the next person. I need to be that so I can keep everything afloat. I need to be not stressing yourself to pushing yourself to something that you're not called to be, but needing to be a part of what you know your purpose is, or the feeling deep inside of yourself. Now, the other day I was talking to a group of young individuals, younger individuals, I'll say that, around between the ages of 18 and 21. Let's just say that. Doesn't mean they're less qualified mentally or emotionally. It just means they're at a more of a fresher start in life from the age bracket. Obviously it's further away from someone 8 years old or someone who's 40, but at the same time, age is nothing but a number in certain situations and cases. And I listened to them, and they were, still wavy on things going on, but the perseverance in their voice was like, I want this to go well. I want this to happen. I want this to happen. But the need was something that I felt that they were still shaky on. I have to be. It wasn't the calling of just that person. I've heard people in their late 80s and their early 50s and their mid 30s. So at the same time, we have to evaluate where this need and have, right? Or these things. We can't always expect, or even expect, period, for someone to want to be anything. Because until we have and need to be that to ourselves, there's no want to be there. We won't hear any want to be's. We'll say, that's what I am. That's what you are. No, I am your love. I am here because I needed to be, and I have to be, and I had to be. Not I want to be. Wanting something does not make it a need, and it does not create a great desire. I want to go to Disneyland. That's fine. But do you need to go? A person who said, I want a heart transplant. Now they need one as well. The whole point of that is we have to look at the want and the need. You want a refreshing relationship or a good friend to stick by your side. You want a man or a woman to be exactly what you want them to be. But do they feel they need to be? See, my mom is always telling me, you know what, Lex, there's a difference between want and need. When you want something, You don't want it bad enough. You just desire it for the moment. But when you need something, like you need air to breathe, you go after it with all you got. Period. Point blank. And maybe you'll hear me more a little bit extra stronger the way I came out the gate. Maybe not. But I'm telling you, life is a beast. And it'll eat you up and spit you out. And it'll chew you back up. As raw as it may sound, that's what it is. And we have to let those wannabes be exactly where they want to be. And when they need to be and have to be, then you hear them a little bit deeper and you let them a little bit closer. But until we do that for ourselves and establish that first, don't expect anything from anyone. And be cautious of the wannabes you let within your parameter, your corridor, your gate. See, the whole thing about it is, you have to be the change and feel the passion and embrace the power of the spirit. There's a lot of BS we allow to happen because we're bored, or we've been through it before, or we're so used to BS and craziness and happening and anxiety that is almost seeming like we can't live without it somehow, without feeling dysfunctionally functional, without feeling some kind of normalcy out of the abnormalcy that's been created throughout our lives. We can be 99.9% on point, but that 1% could be insane and completely obliterate anything else from the progress we've taken. See, the more things you go through, the less you want. Unless you like the experiences of it and the heartaches and the ups and downs, it seems like that's a lot in all of our lives. No shade, facts. But at the same time, you know from the gate, and I know a lot of things that are going to fail from the wannabes. Before they even start. It's because I know that even when it's addressed, no one's stepping up to have to be, or I need to be. And it's not a selfish thing to say, well, you know, Lex Move, they don't have to be anything in my life. No, exactly. They don't have to be, but we need to be for ourselves. So when that wannabe comes and it brings down our needs and our haves because we're only accepting what they want to be and toying around with the playfulness of maybe not, that's when it all comes into focus. The only person that you'll ever need more than anyone else in this world is the one that you die and you're born with, and that's yourself. You can't avoid that. You're within yourself. The only essence we'll ever need is from the Creator. And that need and that I have to have a relationship with the Great Spirit. I need to have that for the functionality of even existing and into the next life. Establish those foundations, and it'll be a lot easier to sift out the wannabes that come on our path, or could be in our lives right now. We're setting ourselves up for failure. If you're prepared for it, that's fine. But if you're not, just expect it over and over again. The product of insanity is doing the same thing over and over again and expecting a different, combination of outcomes to be on point. When you know already, you shouldn't be adding, car oil to dishwashing liquid or something and expecting your dishes to come out clean, for example. All I'm saying is remember the love and the peace within yourself, and have to be and need to be for yourself first. And don't accept any wannabes or could be. Just accept all that you are and all that you deserve, and that's the very, very finest in life, not just the best. So this is your host, Alex, coming to you always straight from the heart. Check it out. Check me out. Check us out at www.realdoubledosechannel.com, and as well as be looking out for those links on the .com for Spirit and Mind Elevation.com. That is the full Spirit and AND Mind MIND. All right, elevation.com. We'll have those available when we open those wonderful doors. And until then, we're going to have some other stuff you can sign up for and just get some free, cool, awesome, intuitive, and emotional, intelligent downloads and goodies coming in with the tea time, mocktails, cocktails, and so much more. So let me not get this going on too far. But like I said before, thank you for tuning in. Check out our links. We're always out there. We love you. You're amazing. Just keep on trucking, baby. And we'll be back with you very, very, very soon.